This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Called Pastor Fletcher in high school, youth accused of killing cop leaves a family in disarray. Robert Jackson's younger brother was killed about 10:45 p.m. on Thursday. While he had a calm and a solid demeanor initially, he broke down in tears when he began relating how he knew that would have been his brother's tragic fate. His brother, 25-year-old Shamar Fletcher, is reported to have been involved in a shootout on 3rd Street in Trenchtown, which resulted in his death and that of Corporal Oliver Mullins, who was a part of a team from the Kingston Western Police Division. The cops were reportedly responding to a call in the area due to gang feuds when they were attacked by gunmen believed to be members of federal gang in Rema. "I can't tell anybody this. I was seeing this coming," Jackson told the news while crying. "I saw it coming, but I couldn't do nothing but pray. I never see it coming so quickly though. I will always love my brother. My brother always check up on me, and I always check up on him, no matter where I am. That's all I have to say," he continued. The police have not confirmed whether Fletcher, who has a 6-year-old son, was a member of federal gang. Investigators said that another man who was involved in the shootout escaped. According to sources, the police entered a yard on 3rd Street and were shot at. Friday afternoon, bloodstains were seen on a tree where Fletcher is said to have bled out and on the steps outside the yard. Meanwhile, Jackson laughed when he was told that his brother was hailed as Pastor Fletcher by his peers during high school years because of how he carried himself and his dedication to church. The grieving brother related that Fletcher had the same personality at home in his earlier years and questioned what engendered the fate-defining change. "Fletcher is a youth that was always the good one in our family. Fletcher is a youth that always tried to make the family happy. My brother has 16 subjects," Jackson told the news of the former Calabar High School outstanding student. "My community is a community where you have to be strong. If you're not strong in this community, things like this will happen. Fletcher is a youth who grew up in the community from him a baby. My mother grew 5 of us with Fletcher. We sleep on one bed and we never have a problem with that. My mother grew Fletcher very good. Anything that is nice, that is Fletcher." When Fletcher's mother, Michelle, returned from work Friday afternoon, she was a woman of just a few words. "Me not supposed to bury no child. A dem fi bury me," she said to the news. She later shared that her son had plans to join the police force about 3 years ago, but when them come here to do background check, the resident them tell them otherwise. Jackson added that he recognized a change as Fletcher got older. "Fletcher always take telling as a youngster, but from Fletcher turned adult, no one can talk to Fletcher. Fletcher is a youth that go to church, baptized, so I don't know what happened with Fletcher. I don't know if the community make Fletcher like this. You have to fight to live for your life in certain communities. I can tell you, if you don't stand up strong, people push you to do things that you don't want to do. And not just that I feel reach my brother," he said. In an emotional admission, Jackson told the news that after running afoul of the law several times, he had hoped his brother would have used him as an example of what not to do. "My brother never learned from my mistakes. I went to jail several times and I warned my brother that the place is not a nice place. I came from jail last year. I did 5 years behind bars for a murder that they accused me of. But it is the Almighty and my brother prayer and my family prayer that made me free," he said. "People push him around, telling him to do this, that, and all these things. My brother got to jail one time, and I look on him and I tell him, you need to learn. You need to sit back and look into yourself. But sometimes it's just how life goes." But Fletcher's younger sister, Sashin Oliver, has a very hard time accepting reality. "He's my mother's 3rd child, and I am the 4th one. So when the other 2 departed, it was me and him. We got to school together, we got to church together. He got baptized and was in church for a couple of years. He went to school and did his subjects. He actually has 16 subjects. We have some great moments and memories that we shared. I am the person that washes clothes. Whenever he wants something, it's me him reach out to and all those stuff," the 19-year-old told the news. Oliver said she doesn't know what to say about her brother's death or how to take it. "It's not an easy one for me because he was somebody that is always there for me, somebody that I can talk to. Even with my schoolwork and all of those stuff, he is the person I look up to. It's not easy right now. For me now, I don't know where I stand. I'm in a phase where I'm still in shock. Nothing no really hit me yet to say him really dead. Me just have to see myself if reality hit me. As she awaits a peace, she clings to memories. It affects me in many different ways. There are flashes of memories that we share together, especially the ones where we are going to church and all of that. Me coming from school and him helping me with my homework. The bond got thicker in adult life when we started sharing one another's thoughts and all of that, she said. Former executive director of Kingston Restoration Company, Maureen Seymour, told the news that Fletcher's case is a prime example of what he has been shedding light on for years in inner-city communities. We are losing our young men. Gangs are not targeting the dunce ones. They are targeting the ones that are bright. They are targeting the ones that are capable of thinking, he said. Seymour said youngsters living in inner-city communities are caught in a vicious battle against the crime as they are constantly being recruited by gangs. The KRC was formed in response to the dramatic economic and social deterioration of downtown Kingston in the mid-1970s and early 1980s. The company then established the Inner Kingston Development Project in 1986, a 10-year urban economic and physical development initiative which assisted many inner-city children with schooling and employment. Seymour, chairman of Central Branch All-Age School, added that, "I am speaking from experience from working in the inner city. Historically, the bad men have used the young boys. The boys ages 8 to 10 years, those are the ones I'm worried about. The bigger ones can reason a bit and so on, so they can escape that. The younger boys get trapped." JP's gun goes missing. Cops launch a probe. The police have launched a probe after the firearm of a popular justice of the peace was stolen in Clarendon on Monday. The gun, a Glock 17 with a magazine containing 16 9mm rounds, was stolen between 10:15 p.m. and 11 p.m. when the JP fell asleep in his motor car, the police said. It was reported that the JP was at a party in the parish when he and a friend left to go to their homes. On their way, they stopped under a streetlight near a bar, and the friend went inside to buy a drink for the JP, who removed his firearm and placed it on the driver's side floor mat. The JP dozed off and was awakened by his friend a few minutes later, and they drove off. The JP reportedly dropped his friend home and went to his house. It was reported that after arriving home, he stretched his hand down on the mat to retrieve his firearm. However, he discovered that it was not where he had placed it. He got out of the car and searched the vehicle, but the gun was not found. The police were summoned and investigations into the matter commenced. Walking for peace in Manchester's Greenvale. The people of troubled community Greenvale are hopeful that tension between top and bottom Greenvale will end following a unified peace walk involving political, religious, and security leaders on Thursday. The initiative, which was spearheaded by Member of Parliament for Manchester North Western Michael Phillips, follows 3 months of violence resulting in 7 murders linked to conflicts in the community. A similar walk planned by Phillips on September 1 was overshadowed by a murder 4 hours before the scheduled start. Phillips is hopeful that the walk will assist in the process towards peace. What we need to get back into the mindset that it is one community is not a top and a bottom, but it is one community of Greenvale. We started out in Hatfield and we walked Texas, Bighead Street and Scotttown, he said. The importance of today's walk is not that there is violence taking place now, but what we want to do is to shore up the community, that they can interact with the police and the political representatives, the church. Hard Trust NSTA was here, which engaged some of the young people, he added. Phillips earlier this month had called on the security forces to lock down Greenvale in an effort to seize illegal firearms and detain known violence producers following the murder of 28-year-old Romario Allen, otherwise called Ruru, a resident of Dunsinane district near Top Greenvale in Manchester on October 1 in Mandeville. Another man, 37-year-old Dale Clark, who was also shot in that incident, succumbed at hospital. It is believed that Allen's murder was a reprisal for the August 5 killing of 35-year-old Adrian Nation, otherwise called Blue, and his uncle, 68-year-old Leslie Levy, otherwise called Lloyd or Rastaman, in Bottom Greenvale. Nation and Levy were buried less than 12 hours before Allen was shot on Ward Avenue. Police placed a restriction on entertainment events and a curfew in Greenvale following the August 5 double murder in an effort to avert reprisals. 2 people were also shot and injured in that incident. Police theorized that nation was the target of the gun attack. Phillips said the majority of the community want to see better days in Greenvale. That community spirit that we had in the past, we want it back again. It is important. You have hard-working people that live in the community, and in any community you are going to have some people, and some that want the love and the peace and harmony. Greenvale is one such community that when you talk about a community spirit, sports, church, or just the coming together to have fun. We have been one community, he said. I want to thank the members of the community, especially those who felt somewhat intimidated from coming from the top down to this side, and they have walked with us, and it shows that this tension that is taking place in some instances is manufactured. I know you want to live as one community same way. There are some other activities that we want to do with the police so that there can be more interaction, added Phillips. Damien Young, a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, who contested the Manchester North Western constituency in the September 3, 2020 election, pledged his support for Phillips' initiatives. Community intervention is really critical in these times, and whilst the walkthrough is useful, we must ensure that we follow up with the other meaningful interventions, he said. Head of the Manchester Police Superintendent Shane McCullough said the peace walk is a step in the right direction. The initiative today was to come back into the community because there is still a lot of stigma with some of the recent occurrences, and to get feedback from the persons who are specifically in Top Greenvale as to some of the issues that they are having. Issues that relate to even how the police and the citizen relationship is unfolding, as we try to police this space in an effective way so that all members of the Greenvale community feel safe and secure, he said. So far, this is a start, and it is a move towards the direction which the police want to go. The tough security measures are not the ultimate route that we want to take, because that is not sustainable. We want to have the community at a particular level where we can soften the type of hard approach that we are now using in terms of the lockdown and other stringent security measures that we have put in place, added McCullough. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.